What's epic YouTube? Excalibur here, and today's video we're going to be discussing about a hot take if for my opinion that Monster Hunter Wilds could be S tier if they do this. And I know it's going to be S tier, yeah, guys. It's going to be S tier. Like, look what happened to Base Rise. Like, you know, it was like too easy, and now look what it is. Look what it is at Sunbreak. I instantly ranked it as S tier in my opinion. It was fantastic. You might ask, what Monster Hunter game that you played the most? I will tell you otherwise. It is Monster Hunter Wilds. No, it is Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Hey, like Sunbreak, it offered. Maybe I'll give you a whole reason. The reason why it was S tier. You get curio crafting. You got armor crafting. And you can have skills from an Elder Dragon that you want. The creativity, and plus anomalies, and even talismans. Yes, even though the random talismans RNG, those are the reason why I gave Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak an instant S tier. Here, the moment it was out, like Monster Hunter Rise did it so perfectly, in my opinion, including weapons that were ultimately viable. Viable there, and there was a lot. There was like no R-Team weapon. I mean, you can say like rampage weapons such as the previous, but they were completely left behind, unfortunately. They wasn't carried over to Master Rank, but what made that game so perfect is everything about it. Sure, it was grindy. The anomalies was grindy, but it was manageable. And fellas, at the time I recorded this video, the showcase to Monster Hunter Wilds was supposed to be out like a day ago, but they had to postpone it because of tsunami and earthquake happening over there. So they have all my prayers, and I pray for their safety to make sure that nobody's hurt over there and no casualties. Yes. And second, at the time of recording this video, I do wanted to thank you for 450 subscribers on this channel. I've been working very, very hard. I know I've been posting a lot of videos that you guys might complain or something, but please, but it's just for the sake of me. But it's a habit, but I'm really trying to, do my best to limited amount of videos that I really try to post. So, then again, thank you for the amazing 450 subscribers. It could go up, it could go down anytime, but I just want to let you guys know I really do appreciate it. And yep, without further ado, let's get right to the talking part. Epic YouTube, Excalibur from the future. Listen, Excalibur got a list of individuals who are not subscribed to the YouTube channel. You should subscribe. If you want to become the most epic person in the planet, you should subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, you're missing out. Now back to the video. Now you might be asking, what monsters appeal you the most in this game currently? Well, as always, I always like Raidou. I think Raidou is the most appealing new monster. Jindahad too, Shoshia, Arkvale, Gormagala, Misasune, Seregios, Lagiacrus, and surprisingly Omega Plantis. but other than that, there was. And although I like those monsters appealing, and the same goes with Utduna, you can say the same as Utduna and Nudra, and even Doshagama sometimes. But I wanted to say all the monsters is pretty good and stacked, but there were some monsters that were like, in my opinion, like it was missed opportunity. Yeah, for example, we got Young Cuckoo back. But, in my opinion, whatever happened to Young Garuga, to be honest? I really wish they could have. I think it was a missed opportunity of bringing back, like, Young Garuga back into high rank era, or even more monsters like Tigrex, for example. Uh, it would have been cool to see, the Fang Beast Joshagama versus Tigrex, or even Nargacuga being back. Yeah. And and another thing that is like kind of like a big missed opportunity. We only had one blast monster, which is Achikaran. I forget. I don't encounter this monster enough, but this monster is like the only blast weapon in class in the game, and we will get deep down into weapons later. That was a bit missed opportunity, indeed. But Soshia, I thought it was gonna be like an Elder Dragon. You would think it would be an Elder Dragon, right? Right? Oh, I wish I was right. Hey, it's not an Elder Dragon, but it's still amazing either way. Hey, but I really like Zoshia. I really like some of the new monsters. Overall, I really like some of the new monsters. It's only like Zoshia, Arcvale, Jindahad, and Raydal, but you can say Uduna and New Udra and Doshagama as honorable mentions, but overall, pretty good. But my problem about Monster Hunter Wilds overall is that there's not enough newer monsters that could make up for the lack of monsters to hunt and actually armors to hunt. That leads to the weapon department. All right. Out of all the weapons regularly, such as you got the Expedition, the Rathalos, or Jindahad, the Paralysis. So I checked out all the weapons down here. We got some poison, we got some electric. We got Zoshia with his unique weapon, and we got Slick Slate, Slick Blade. We got Blade Honing. And we got converted Thunder Resistance from the Gycris. All of them seems cool. Seems cool at first. We got a good amount of weapons here that are actually decent. To be honest, I really like the beginning weapon. I always upgraded it because you never know when it gets good. I can appreciate also having skills like built into a weapon. And to be honest, but I'll be honest here, like for example, like the Grimslayer Nogorom, it does have a level 2 focus and bunch of good 2-3 slots, 1 slot, but the problem is to that you're gonna need a lot of handicraft. I said this in a previous video, but you're gonna need a lot of handicraft to make this one valuable. And without the random talismans that we had today during the previous update, where they say, okay, we're gonna need random talismans. Okay, I believe without like handicraft and stuff and everything that is built into the Grimslayer Nogorom, sure, it got 250 raw attack, but the negatives is still there, like negative 20 affinity. And you have blue sharpness, it can go up to white sharpness with enough handicraft. But the problem is with most of the weapons, even if I'm willing to like try weapons like the Star Wars Lemka, the problem is although this is good, the weapon feels good in my opinion, and it's just without like the talismans and stuff, random talismans drop. You're gonna realize that this weapon lacks versatility very fast, and I experienced it with most weapons, such as the Grimslayer Nogorom at first, and if I really don't feel like one of them lack versatility, I would go with Star Wars Lemkora, the Arcvale regular weapon, and that has white sharpness and some good decorations to add it with it. It's just sad that most of the weapons are good, and it has perks with it too. I'm expecting Shagaru Magala to be back to give me that 65% 65 affinity by default with this weapon. But sadly, all of them, the only weapon that really stood out throughout the generations of high rank of wilds is only the Dark Knight tree. Yeah, where's actually the best great sword in the game? Yeah, great sword in the game currently. Yeah, due to dark side and able to drain your health, and it and it gives you the damage boost. But seriously, but we're not talking about all about great swords here. So in fact, what's other than learning about all of these weapons, right? All these weapons are cool. You think they're all cool to use. They get fully upgraded, and you know, but why would I worry about upgrading all of these weapons if I could just use Artian weapons overall? Sounds cool at first, right? Hey, all those weapons are cool, right? Until you introduce Artian weapons. And guess what? They get a chance to, will have bonuses like sharpness, affinity, attack, or elemental boost, etc., etc. But yes, all that blows out of the water when Artian weapons are introduced. Now, I won't be surprised if they're gone in the master rank, or they will continue being Artian after Artian, especially that it's going to be in the master rank. So I just hope that other weapons, like weapons that were like fully upgraded, also gets a chance, or perhaps maybe get curio crafted for one, curio weapon crafted upgrade to the weapon to make it better. And not included Artian weapons with it too. I think it would be fair. I think it would be fair that if it was that case. Otherwise, if it's going to be like Artian weapons and they can have like, you know, anything crafted to make a weapon better with the Artian weapons, then yeah, regular weapons are totally cooked. Now, if we're going to talk about armor, we definitely can talk about armor. I mean, come on now. What's armor without Monster Hunter, right? I really tried out most of the armor, like even some all the way back, like such as like the most appealing was Dashagama male, like the Dashagama armor, well, Guardian Dashagama pretty much, and Dashagama regularly. Those are like also great. Dahad was not bad. Bad. Uduna's kind of dog water unless you wanted a quick sheath. Raydal is appealing. New Udra, Gormagala straight up. Art Veiled is good. Zoshi is definitely good. Misasune, Miss Opportunity. The Guy Chris always gonna be good. Seregios is great, and even the Arch Tempers. All of these are good except for, well, Uduna as well. Arch Tempers are also good except for Uduna's like armor. It's dog water unless you're running quick sheath legs. You know. Well, all that sounds good, but here's my problem about giving armor, giving all of the benefit of the doubt. The introduction of group skill is one of the worst introduction in the game. For example, if I wanted to run like Resuscitate, like Lord's Fury, aka Resuscitate, that's basically Crisis, which boosts damage when you're afflicted with a status condition, or Gormagalis's Frenzy. But you gotta put in like armors that are like, you know, beta, for example, like Raydal's, New Udra, Dahad, and New Udra, which limits your, it really limits your creativity of how you wanted to build things from 4 monsters that you want. Basically, if you wanted like a frenzy Gormagala and anything else, and let's just say I want to chase after like Agitator, but you want a group skill to have like Resuscitate or something, and you're pretty much limited to monsters that have resuscitate, like then again Nuudra, Raidao, Uduna, and Dahad. And I find group skills to be the worst. And other than that, the only two group skill that I can find good is none other than resuscitate and guts tenacity. You would rather remove the group skill and make them as a decoration more than just adding a group skill. I think the group skill system is one of the worst things that you can introduce in Monster Hunter, because it just nerfs creativity, in my opinion. And guts tenacity is good though, but let's just be honest. Resuscitate and guts tenacity deserves to be as a decoration, not as a group skill, in my opinion. And I think that's what's hinder us a lot of making creativity of builds that are actually pretty good, you know. But then again, if you think I'm wrong on this situation, please leave a comment down below and know how you feel about it. There is something honorable mentions I will mention for this video. The performance issues is the #1 problem. I mean, I didn't notice until I was fighting against Arch-Tempered Uduna, and I see the reason why the connection is not been the best. The performance issues was really noticeable when fighting against it. So yeah, there goes the worst experience I got as an Arch-Tempered, you know. But other than that, I just hope they added more monsters. Like, I'm expecting Monster Hunter Wilds have more Elder Dragons that I can face. I know God Magios is going to be back now, but God Magios, I mean, I just kind of wish they introduced more Elder Dragons and stuff, because what makes Monster Hunter is that we get Elder Dragons. And you know, Elder Dragons is like my favorite thing to fight against. You could talk about Worlds, how much I love fighting against Fatalis, or even past generations, you know? Well, other classic Monster Hunter games that I would do. That I would love to play. Because at this point, it's just currently not it. So, and regardless how Monster Hunter is right now, with Wild's not introducing so many Elder Dragons, I hope Master Rank can add them like Teostra, Chameleos, Clusha Deora, Volstrax, Shaguru Megara. Then we will talk about what's going on in like Master Rank and stuff. So as always, guys, thank you so much for listening to the video, and I'll see you in stream later. Take care and stay epic, nation.